Welcome to the Discourse Analyzer AI Toolkit, where articles come alive. You're listening to the audio version of our article. For the full text and an interactive experience, check out the link in the description below. Interact with any selection using our AI assistant to enhance your understanding. Let's explore.
Procedural Aspects of Conversation in Discourse Analysis. The procedural aspects of conversation in discourse analysis refer to the methods, rules, and structures that participants follow to produce, manage, and interpret conversations. These aspects focus on how conversations unfold in an organized manner, ensuring mutual understanding and smooth communication. Understanding these procedures is central to conversation analysis, CA, which is a subfield of discourse analysis that examines the detailed mechanics of interaction. Procedural aspects of conversation include how participants take turns, manage interruptions, repair communication breakdowns, and ensure the conversation progresses logically. These processes are crucial for coordinating actions, expressing intentions, and maintaining social relationships in both formal and informal settings. 1. Key procedural aspects of conversation. Turn-taking mechanisms. Managing who speaks and when. Turn-taking refers to the process by which participants alternate between speaking and listening, ensuring that conversations proceed in an orderly fashion. In natural conversation, speakers manage turns intuitively, but there are specific procedural rules that guide when to speak and how long to hold the floor. Turn allocation. Turns can be self-selected, where the participant chooses to speak, or allocated by another participant, e.g., when one person asks a question and designates another person to answer. Transition relevance places, TRPs. These are moments in conversation where a shift from one speaker to another is appropriate, often marked by natural pauses, a drop in pitch, or a question. Minimizing overlap. While overlaps and interruptions can occur, participants often work to minimize simultaneous speech by using cues like pausing, gesture, or eye contact to signal when they want to speak next. Example. In a group discussion, a participant might signal their intention to speak by saying, "If I could just add something here," which opens up a transition point where the current speaker might yield their turn. This procedural mechanism helps maintain orderly participation. Adjacency pairs. Structuring interaction with predictable responses. Adjacency pairs are sequences of two related utterances by different speakers that follow one another in conversation. They are a fundamental aspect of conversational structure and help maintain the flow of interaction by setting expectations for responses. Paired actions. Common adjacency pairs include question-answer, offer-acceptance, refusal, greeting, and complaint-apology. Context-driven expectations. The first part of the pair, e.g., a question, sets up a clear expectation for the second part, e.g., an answer. When the second part is absent, delayed, or unexpected, this can indicate trouble in the conversation that requires repair. Example. In a casual conversation, if one person says, "How are you?" the expected response might be, "I'm good, thanks. How about you?" This predictable structure helps keep the interaction coherent and creates a natural progression in communication. Preference organization. Preferred and dispreferred responses. In conversations, responses can be classified as preferred or dispreferred, depending on social norms and expectations. Preferred responses align with what is socially expected or desired, while dispreferred responses deviate from these norms and are often marked by hesitation, mitigation, or justification. Preferred responses. These are usually direct, quick, and supportive of social harmony. For example, accepting an invitation or agreeing with a suggestion is often preferred. Dispreferred responses. These are indirect and often involve hedging, softening, or delay. For example, rejecting an invitation or disagreeing with someone's opinion is dispreferred, and it is typically handled with care to avoid conflict. Example. When offered a favor, "Can I help you with that?" the preferred response might be, "Yes, thank you." A dispreferred response would be, "No, I think I'm fine," which may include hedging or a justification to soften the rejection. Repair mechanisms. Fixing communication problems. Repair mechanisms refer to strategies that participants use to address problems or misunderstandings in conversation. These problems may arise due to unclear statements, mishearings, or ambiguities. Repair is essential for maintaining mutual understanding and ensuring the conversation progresses smoothly. Self-repair. The speaker of the problematic utterance corrects it. This usually happens immediately after the error is recognized. Other repair. Another participant identifies the problem and helps correct it. This may involve asking for clarification or providing the correct information. Example: if a speaker says, "I'm meeting you at 5 p.m., and the listener mishears and responds, 6 p.m., the speaker may engage in self-repair by clarifying, "No, 5 p.m." This repair process keeps the conversation on track by addressing the misunderstanding early. Openings and closings. Initiating and concluding conversations. Conversations typically have structured opening and closing sequences that signal the beginning and end of the interaction. These procedural aspects help to establish the purpose of the conversation and ensure it ends smoothly without abrupt disengagement. Openings. These often include greetings, small talk, or inquiries about well-being, "How are you?" or "Good morning." They help establish a connection before moving into the main topic. Closings. These typically involve a summary or agreement, "So, I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m., followed by polite farewell phrases, "Take care," or "Bye." These markers ensure that both participants recognize the interaction is ending. Example: in a phone conversation, the opening might start with, "Hi, how's it going?" to establish rapport. The closing sequence could involve statements like, "I'll send you that document later today," followed by, "All right, talk soon," to signal the end of the call. Topic management. Controlling the flow of conversation. Topic management refers to how participants introduce, maintain, or shift topics during a conversation. This involves several procedural strategies that help control the flow and direction of discourse. Topic introduction. Participants introduce new topics using specific strategies, such as, "By the way," or "Speaking of which signal a shift in focus. Topic shift. Changing topics can be done abruptly or smoothly, depending on the conversation. Smooth transitions help maintain conversational coherence, while abrupt topic shifts can signal impatience, disinterest, or a need to redirect the conversation. Topic closure. Participants also close topics, either explicitly, "Let's move on to the next issue," or implicitly through pauses or summary statements. Example: in a meeting, a manager might say, "Now that we've covered the budget, let's move on to project deadlines." This explicitly shifts the topic while maintaining a structured flow. Sequential organization. Structuring interaction over time. Sequential organization refers to the way conversational moves are ordered to create coherence and mutual understanding over time. Each utterance is connected to previous and subsequent ones, contributing to the overall structure of the conversation. Sequential relevance. The meaning of an utterance is often influenced by its position within the conversation. For example, a question early in the conversation might seek information, while a similar question later on might aim to confirm understanding. Contextual dependencies. The sequence of utterances creates a context that participants use to interpret and respond to each other. This structure is crucial for maintaining logical and social coherence in the interaction. Example: in a job interview, questions typically follow a structured sequence, starting with background questions, "Tell me about your previous experience," and moving on to more specific inquiries about the candidate's skills or qualifications. The sequential organization ensures that the conversation unfolds logically and purposefully. Pauses and silences. Managing gaps in conversation. Pauses and silences are important procedural elements that can carry meaning in conversation. These gaps can signal hesitation, contemplation, or social tension, and participants use them strategically. Filled pauses. Words like or are used to fill pauses while the speaker formulates their thoughts, signaling that they are not finished speaking. Silence. Silence between turns can be meaningful. A short pause might signal agreement or understanding, while a long silence may indicate discomfort, disagreement, or uncertainty. Example: in a negotiation, if one party makes a proposal and the other remains silent for an extended period, this silence may signal hesitation or disagreement. The first speaker might interpret this and follow up with a clarification or a modified offer to fill the gap. Point 2. Examples of procedural aspects in conversation. Example 1. Procedural aspects in medical consultations. In doctor-patient interactions, procedural aspects like turn-taking and repair are critical to ensuring that important information is exchanged effectively. Doctors often initiate questions and allocate turns for patients to explain their symptoms, using repair mechanisms to clarify misunderstandings. Example: a doctor might ask, "How long have you been experiencing these symptoms?" If the patient gives a vague answer, for a while, the doctor may engage in repair by asking, "Can you be more specific? Has it been a week, a month?" Example 2. Procedural aspects in business meetings. In business meetings, participants rely on procedural mechanisms like turn-taking, topic management, and adjacency pairs to ensure the discussion is productive and coherent. The use of formal openings and closings, as well as structured topic shifts, helps maintain order and focus. Example: a manager might open the meeting with, "Let's start by reviewing last week's progress." As the meeting progresses, they may use topic management strategies like, "Next, we need to discuss the budget," to move the conversation forward. Example 3. Procedural aspects in small talk. In casual conversations, participants often follow procedural norms for opening, managing, and closing interactions. Small talk frequently involves adjacency pairs like greeting and question-answer, as well as topic shifts to maintain engagement. Example: two colleagues might begin a casual conversation with, "Hey, how's it going?" followed by, "Good, thanks. How about you?" They might then shift the topic to a shared experience. "Did you see that game last night?" before using closing statements like, "All right, I'll catch you later," to end the conversation smoothly. Conclusion: the procedural aspects of conversation are essential for maintaining coherence, mutual understanding, and social order in interactions. Through turn-taking, adjacency pairs, repair mechanisms, and other procedural tools, participants manage the flow of conversation, negotiate meaning, and navigate social relationships. Whether in casual, institutional, or formal settings, these procedures ensure that conversations progress logically and respectfully, contributing to the effectiveness and purpose of communication. By analyzing these aspects, discourse analysts can gain deep insights into how language is used to structure human interaction. Frequently asked questions. What are the procedural aspects of conversation in discourse analysis? Procedural aspects refer to the methods, rules, and structures that guide how conversations unfold, including turn-taking, adjacency pairs, repair mechanisms, and topic management. These ensure conversations proceed smoothly and logically. How does turn-taking work in conversation? Turn-taking ensures participants alternate speaking without excessive overlap or gaps. Speakers signal when they want to speak, often using pauses or cues, to maintain order and avoid interruptions. What are adjacency pairs in discourse? Adjacency pairs are two-part exchanges in conversation, such as question-answer or offer acceptance, where one utterance invites a predictable response, structuring the conversation. What are preferred and dispreferred responses? Preferred responses align with social expectations, e.g., acceptance of an offer, while dispreferred responses, e.g., rejection, are often delayed or softened to avoid social tension. What are repair mechanisms in conversation? Repair mechanisms correct misunderstandings or miscommunications. Speakers can self-repair or be corrected by others to clarify meaning and maintain conversation flow. Why are openings and closings important in conversation? Openings, e.g., greetings, and closings, e.g., farewells, help signal the start and end of a conversation, ensuring smooth transitions and polite disengagement. How is topic management handled in conversations? Topic management involves introducing, maintaining, and shifting topics. Smooth transitions maintain coherence, while abrupt shifts may indicate impatience or a change in focus. How does sequential organization affect conversation? Sequential organization structures interactions logically, with each utterance building on previous ones. This ensures coherence and relevance throughout the conversation. What role do pauses and silences play in conversation? Pauses and silences signal hesitation, reflection, or social tension. Short pauses indicate understanding, while longer silences may suggest uncertainty or disagreement. Why are procedural aspects important in institutional conversations? In settings like business meetings or medical consultations, procedural aspects maintain structure, ensure information is exchanged effectively, and support decision-making.